Here is my Power BI dashboard showing the analysis of Olympic events between 1896 to 2016. At the top here are my key metrics. We have 136,000 as the total number of athletes that performed during this period. I have the total number of sports as 66, total number of events as 765, total number of countries that participated as 207, and the total number of medals as 40,000. The first chart here highlights the top 20 countries with the highest medals. It's USA topping the chart, followed closely by Germany and France. The next chart shows the percentage distribution by gender. You can see that from the charts, we have more male participants than the female athletes, with a ratio of about 74.9 to 25.0 for the females. The third chart shows the age distribution with the highest number of medals. You can see that the age group from 20 to 29 has the highest number of medals. If I scroll to the end, you'll see that the total number of medals for the age group of 20 to 29 is 27,545. Now for the last chart here, we can see that the total number of medals by medal for gold is 13,372. For bronze is 13,295. And for silver is 13,116. Now let's analyze this events over the period from 1896 to 2016. So the first question I want to derive an insight to is to find out if the number of athletes or countries and events decreases over time as the year progresses. So now let's move my slicer to 1966. You can see that in 1966, the total number, there's been a reduction in the total number of athletes, as we now have 95,000 athletes. The sport is 51, and total number of events is 485. But interestingly, if we look at the distribution of our male to female athletes, we can see that there's been an increase in the number of female athletes that are participating in the Olympic events. We now have the ratio of 67.9% to 30.1, unlike what we had previously. We've also noticed that we now have more bronze medals being won by the athletes than the gold or the silver medals. The age distributions with the highest number of medals still remains the age group between 20 to 29. To adjust my slicer down to analyze the year 2001, you can see from this that there's been a decrease in the total number of athletes that are performing in the Olympic events so far. Here we now have 39,000 athletes approximately. Total number of sports is still 51, but there's been a reduction in the number of events. We can also see that US still tops the charts as the country with the highest number of medals, followed closely this time by Russia and then Germany. The age range is still 20 to 29 with the highest number of medals. And we can also see that the athletes are now winning more bronze medals than gold or silver medal. Interestingly, looking at our percentage distribution by gender, we now have more female participants participating in the Olympic Games over time. You can see there's been an increase in the percentage distribution. For females, we now have 42.0, and then for males, 57, which was slightly higher than what we had before. Now to compare Olympic events, how the seasons affect the Olympic events. Let's click on the summer season to find out if we have more events in the summer season than the winter. So in 2001, the year 2001, we now have 31,000 or 32,000 athletes rather, approximately performing in the games. We have 36 number of sports that were being introduced in the summertime in the year 2001. We have 332 events for that year. US is the top in the chart, but this time closely followed by China. The age participants for that season is still 20 to 29, and we won more bronze medals still in the summertime. The age distribution for the male to female athletes is still 57 to 42, with more female participating than before. So now let's compare this season to the winter. And the number of medals, okay, let's not forget the number of medals, which is 8,013 medals. Now, for the winter, you can see that we have lesser events in the winter season, and of course, a reduced number of athletes participating in the Olympic events during the winter season. US still tops the charts, followed by Canada, and now we have athletes having more gold medals in the winter season than the summer. Interestingly, there's a reduction also in the number of female participants that participated in the summer than the winter. Remember, in the summertime, we had the ratio of 52 to about 42, but now we're having the ratio of about 61 in favor of the male athletes to 38. So this analysis is showing us that you have more female counterparts participating in the summer season than the winter, as well as reduction in the number of athletes that are performing in the summer Olympic Games than the winter Olympic Games. So this sums up my analysis for the Olympic between 1896 to 2016. Thank you for listening.